we have a lot to discuss about that match, about the captains, about the teams and about the fans who have all descended in Dubai for the mother of all battles, India versus Pakistan. That's coming to you at 7:30 p.m. tonight from the Dubai International Stadium. Let me go over to Anis Sajan, the former mentor of Delhi Bulls team. Anis, I have heard that there's a big party happening at your house where where Indians and Pakistani fans are invited. Tell us, how is it shaping up? Because in Delhi, we know fans have already taken their stations.
Well, Rika, like such an atmosphere you get once in 4 years whenever India-Pakistan plays. I first thought I'll go to the stadium, but probably I would not get that excitement as much as I could get in my house, because I can have a mix of my Pakistani and Indian friends. And we are almost on 100 people. We've got face painting, we've got the Dolwala, and then there's going to be lots of banter. And we've laid out a pitch match. So it's going to be fun and looking forward to this game.
Well, Amrit also is there in Dubai. I know he's going to go for the match. Amrit, I'll have to ask you, how does this India-Pakistan clash look different from all the others that you have witnessed live?
Well, it's different because it's a World Cup game. It's not just a normal India-Pakistan game, it's a World Cup game. So there's always pressure, and there's added pressure because of the sense of the occasion. So ultimately, it's pressure that matters. And I think other day, Javed Miandad made a very interesting observation. He said, my advice to Babar Azam is, Ghabrana mat. Yeah. So basically, jo ghabrayega, he'll have a problem in this game.
Absolutely. It will be a test of temperament for the Indians as well as the Pakistanis. And very interesting comments Babar Azam made during the press conference, that he will ask his boys to forget the past, stay in the present, and records are meant to be broken. Rakesh, coming to you, would you say it'll be a battle of those, tiny moments which will determine who gets the better of the other in terms of their mental ability?
Obviously, yes, because it's a short game. It's just 40 overs. But then, having said that, of course, these crucial, overs or a very brief knock, they are going to change things around quickly. Mm-hmm. But the fact of the matter is, for me, what makes this knock different, I mean, this particular clash different, is that Pakistan for once is under less pressure, not entirely, without it, but the expectations from them is a little less in the cricketing world, not from the fans. I think that gives them a better mental space. They can actually feel that, they can go out there and just go for it instead of, get bogged down under pressure and try to make, this thing. But also they have a bit of experience. They have better set of, bowlers. They have more options there. Batting looks more or less equal, but when it comes to quality of the two teams, India stands out.
Anis, coming to you, would you say not having a baggage makes Pakistan a even more dangerous proposition tonight?
I'm afraid I beg to differ with Mr. Rakesh. He's well respected, but I have known the Pakistan team so closely, not because of anything else, because they've been coming to my house. And the amount of pressure the media generally puts on them is much more than what our Indian media puts on our players. Yeah. That's a terrific pressure. As much as you say, like Babar Azam must have said that played as a proper normal World Cup game, but no. And like you said, they're not coming with excess baggage. They're coming with lots of excess baggage. From 1992 till we're talking about 2019, they have never won a World Cup match. Mm-hmm. So they need to get this monkey off the back. And that's the biggest pressure what they have. And having said, like all the experts have said, we are far more ahead as per firepower is concerned. Yes, it's a shorter format. This is the best chance for them to beat us. But having said that, can they beat us? We've got to wait and watch. That's actually a $1 million question. Amrit, I think my question really stems from there. The previous India-Pakistan clashes that we have seen, they have failed to live up to the hype. The Pakistan team somehow or the other has not been able to match up to the Indian talent. Man for man, they fell short. Do you think it'll be a different story tonight?
Well, the fact is that India is a better team. Quality-wise, player versus player, we are better prepared. We've gone through IPL. We are a better settled team. Well, Pakistan is going through that normal, traditional turbulence which happens so often. They've got their coaching staff resigned. Their players are missing. They've got 40-year-old Hafiz and Shoaib Malik back in the team. So from a cricket standpoint, everything points to India. But as Rakesh said, India's under pressure. India's expected to win. India's a better team. But it's a 20 over game. And look what happened to the West Indies the other day, 58 all out. So who knows, we might be in for a bad day. But Pakistan also, whatever people may say, despite being underdogs, are also under immense pressure because they have to, in a way, win against India to redeem themselves in every way.
Absolutely.
Plus, if you remember what statement Ramiz Raza, the new chairman of PCB, made, he said, our entire cricket economics depends on beating India. So somebody has written an open check and said, whatever amount you want, if you beat India, that money is available. So all that adds to the hype, it all adds to the pressure of the players. So any India-Pakistan match is high pressure, and any team which handles that pressure better has a better chance of winning. But today, it's a World Cup game. So not only the normal game pressure, but also the sense of the occasion, the pressure of the occasion. And it's Sunday. It's prime time, beamed all over the world. Everybody's looking forward to this game. So that also adds to the overall pressure the team and the players are under. Whatever they might say that it's like any other game, it's still a game played with a bat and ball and 11 players. It's not that. That's what public consumption. The fact is it's a high intensity, high pressure game, and a lot depends on the outcome of this game.
And it's not just the broadcasters. I can tell my viewers, because Dubai is almost the middle of the world, several Indian Pakistani fans have flown in. And last night I was told one Pakistani couple have flown in from US and they expect that they are going to get tickets for 10,000 US dollars. That's the amount of money they are willing to pay for tickets to the game tonight. Now, before we go any further, let me bring up an interesting graphic of the top 10 batters in the ICC T20 men's rankings. And there on that list, you will see Babar Azam, the Pakistani captain, at number 2, Virat Kohli at number 4, KL Rahul at number 6, and Mohammad Rizwan at number 7. Rakesh, do you have a comment on that? 2 Indians, 2 Pakistanis on that list of top 10 batters?
Rika, see, it depends on how much T20 cricket you guys have played, because these numbers for me don't take me anywhere because it changes just like that. If you don't play, or
okay, let's talk in terms of quality, if not numbers.
In terms of quality, yes. In terms of quality, Indians are clearly superior. And look at the fact that Indians have played in the same environment, in the same wickets. If not the same wickets, the same ground. They know how to plan an innings there. They know which side to target. They are far better equipped. They are in a far better mental space just because they played in the IPL, and the IPL has just ended a week ago. So all these things point to India holding that huge edge when it comes to getting acclimatized to the situation or the environment there. Of course, packed stadium will have a different sense of, responsibility for each of them. But of course, with that comes the pressure. And that I think Indians will be able to handle much better.
Anis, well, does that hold true really that you have played IPL on certain kind of wickets in the UAE, which is why you are better prepared? Because Pakistan team for years and years had made UAE their home. And Virat Kohli in one of the press conferences did say that he's expecting different kind of wickets during the World Cup, better pitches for ICC to offer.
I'm not sure about whether we're going to get different types of wickets, but yes, I agree to what our friend said, that yes, India have been playing the IPL, so they definitely have the advantage of playing on the same wicket. Like we were talking about KKR playing on Sharjah wickets, they had got used to it.
True.
Indian players have played on Dubai wickets for the last 1 month. And everybody, whether it is the Rohit Sharma or the KL Rahul, everybody have got used to these wickets. Definitely India has a big advantage. And Pakistan, to be very honest, last they played was the PSL. And I'm not sure how many of those players are there in the squad. Whereas all the 11 players or the 15 numbers India has picked for this have got an idea about how they're going to how they're going to play on this wicket. So definitely it's all advantage India. It's the only thing, if probably Pakistan win the toss and chase, there is where I feel there might be a little bit of closeness in the game. Otherwise, I'm afraid, I'm saying with conviction, I know T20 is very unpredictable. It's going to be a walk in the park for Team India.
Well, perhaps it'll be a walk in the park. I want to close out the discussion by asking Amrit one question on the top 10 bowlers. Now, whenever previously we had Pakistan versus India matches, it used to be Indian batting versus Pakistan bowling. But when we look at the top 10 bowling rankings, there isn't any Indian or Pakistani in them, and I'm talking about the T20 bowling rankings. Does that surprise you?
Well, as Rakesh said, I don't think you can look and give too much importance to these rankings, etc. A lot of factors go into deciding those rankings, but Pakistan has always been a good bowling side.
Right.
And they've got a reasonable bowling attack even this time. And coming back to the other point about, conditions and how familiar you are with these conditions. Nowadays, this entire concept of home conditions, etc., has gone out of the window. Everybody knows, they've played everywhere, everybody knows everything, whether it's the Indians or the Pakistanis, they're perfectly familiar with the conditions, the grounds, the pitches. So that's not a mystery or an unknown factor for any team. I think it all boils down to pressure of a big India-Pakistan game.
Pressure, yes.
Pressure of a World Cup game, pressure of the occasion, as I said earlier. So ultimately, whichever team copes better with pressure is likely to win.
And whoever wins will be able to soothe their nerves because it's a long tournament ahead. In fact, Pakistan plays New Zealand in the next couple of days. India, though, plays the next game only next Sunday. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me on the show. Well, we are counting down to the big India-Pakistan match, and I hope you enjoy the game as well.